Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. As always, we got some good news about Aptera and we are going to talk about that. So let's get into it right now. I think you're going to enjoy it. Welcome back to my channel. It's good to have everybody here. Looks like we got some information coming from Sandy Munro. He's talking about Aptera again. And so we're going to get into this video and talk about afterwards some of the things that he's bringing out about Aptera. So let's check this video out.
We do talk about that, and my guest is going to be there. Oh, why am I keep calling my guest? I'll tell you who it is. It's Sandy Munro. Sandy Munro is just an extraordinary automotive engineer with incredible knowledge and understanding of the manufacturing process of how to make cars simpler with fewer parts that are lighter, that are cheaper, that are more efficient, and that last longer. And that's his skill set is extraordinary, a long experience. And Sandy is going to be one of our special guests at Everything Electric in Vancouver in September. And so I don't think there's anything else I can say other than, if you enjoy this show, please do subscribe to it if you haven't already. And do tell your friends about it. And that's obviously always helps us. And that's it, really. So please welcome to the Fully Charged Show podcast on the Everything Electric channel, Sandy Munro. Sandy, thank you very much. Well, for a start, thank you very much for joining me. And also, we've been through, I think it's fair for us to admit, we've been through some technical issues, but we've come out the other side fighting.
Absolutely. And we're still alive.
We're still alive. We're still going.
Exactly right. No strokes. That buzzing noise in my ear was not a stroke. Okay, good. Excellent.
The buzzing noise in my ear was a fly flying around my studio. So there we go.
Oh, there you go.
We've sorted it all out. But there's a lot of topics I really want to talk to you about. But tell me, because we just started talking about Aptera, about Rivian, about Jim Farley and Ford. So just give me the lowdown on that, on what you've discovered very recently.
I'm going to tell you what I think is going on based on some people that I've talked to here in the last little while. And the reason is probably because of the sentiment right now about EVs in the U.S.
Right.
Okay. And that sentiment is growing cold in a New York minute. It's really a problem. I don't know what we're going to do about it here in the U.S., but it is an issue. The good news, the guys from Aptera, so Chris and Steve, they're going to come on stage. So they're going to be at the show and all that other stuff. And so if there's some way we could have myself and the two of them, they're going to talk about, the development of the Aptera. That's a solar car. It gets about 1,000 miles. And they put the whole car together for about $175 million, which is absolutely ludicrous.
Right.
Ludicrous. They've saved wherever they could. They pumped their own money in and whatnot. But for me, the price of developing a vehicle, that's going to meet all the specifications that NHTSA can throw at it and the EPA. And I'm telling you what, we're looking at $2 billion.
Yeah.
So I think they've done a remarkable job. So this is going to be a great story, and I'm positive that your audience is gonna eat it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, if you remember, there was one in San Diego. We had the Aptera in San Diego, and once we'd unveiled it, I could never see it. It was always completely surrounded by a big crowd of people.
Exactly.
It got a lot of attention, didn't it? It's an amazing looking car. I just think it's extraordinary.
All right, Sandy's bringing out some amazing things about Aptera once again. But before I forget, let me go ahead and bring this out, that you want to go to Vancouver if you got the chance and opportunity or the money on the 6th, 7th, and 8th, because that's where they're going to be at. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of information that's going to be talked about as far as Aptera is concerned. So you don't want to miss that if you can. Make sure that you can get to that show of the Fully Charged show and check it out. But I like what Sandy's bringing out here. He's talking about how Chris Anthony and Steve Fambro, how they actually designed this car and got it practically produced. It's almost ready now for just $175 million. And that's just crazy how they were able to do that. Of course, you know, you'd have to be a very good person that could budget money, and they actually did that flawlessly, budgeting the amount of money that they got. Because as Sandy brought out, that usually it would take at least about $2 billion to do that, to develop a car and then have one ready to be mass produced. But we could see how Chris Anthony and Steve Fambro, how they've really come together and they've really keep this company on track. And just imagine if they would have had $500 million to work with. Oh gosh, the vehicles would be producing now. But we see that they're on track, be producing it in 2005. So awesome job that they've done. That's just amazing. So once again, if you get the chance, you want to go to Vancouver, you want to go there September 6th, 7th, and 8th. That's when they're going to be there. And of course, they're going to bring out a lot of good things about what's happening with Aptera. And I wish I could go. I can't make it. But hopefully somebody be able to make it there. And if not, we know that Aptera is going to do a video on it. They're going to have their own video. They're going to come out about that. But a lot of good things coming out, and it's good hearing from Sandy again. He's talking about Aptera. You see how excited he's getting, especially with what Steve and Chris is doing. Amazing. That's just an amazing job. But once again, how do you feel about what Aptera is doing? They're getting a lot done with just a little bit of money, and they continue on that pathway to get Aptera to you. They're slowly but surely getting to where Aptera is going to come to fruition, and it's going to be on the road. So 2025 is the year. It's going to be produced, and soon you'll have your Aptera in your hands. I'll have mine in my hands, and we will be talking about how much we really love what Aptera did and how they came out with such a fantastic vehicle. But anyway, I'm going to give a shout out to my patrons. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your help and support. I truly appreciate it. You just don't know how much that helps me out and keeps me going. And if you're new here, hit the like, ring the bell, subscribe, and you'll catch all my videos when they come out. But we're going to keep it rolling, and we know that very soon there's going to be a lot of information coming out about Aptera and where they're at. So stay tuned. All right, you guys take care. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.